Ooh, ooh. Big fish ish. Y'all know what it is. Yo, I'm excited. I'm excited. Had to switch the energy from the last video. If you check that one out, then you understand why. But I'm excited. I'm excited because the team is taking off. The team is taking off, and I'm surrounded by so many supportive, dope, successful, hungry, honorable individuals that I really feel like I can't lose out here. I feel like I cannot lose out here. Matter of fact, I don't feel like anything. I can't lose out here. That's the energy. That's not even the energy as in like that's what it is. Like I'm telling y'all, that's what it is. And because that's what I decided that it is. And shame on me if I don't have that energy with all with the network, the family that I have, that not only believes in me but pushes me to do more. And there's a couple things. Like I said, I'm reading this book Napoleon Hill wrote, and it's called How to Get Rich. I believe that's the name of it. I had to look it up on the last one. Think and Grow Rich. Sorry, Think and Grow Rich. I just started it today because my boy Dub was reading it. He told me to hop on it, and then I met my new brother, Nihilist, down in South Beach. He's from Peekskill. He told me to read it, so it's within the first chapter. You know, a lot of times with books, you know, we all know everything's energy. We were talking about that on the last video, but everything is energy. So a lot of times you just open a book. You can open a random book to a random page and just read a random paragraph or a random sentence, and I guarantee you it's going to, like, there's a good chance that it's going to impact you. And why I'm saying that is because the first chapter of this book, they were discussing the difference between, or not necessarily the difference, but highlighting what it means to believe in yourself. And then when you take that next level and you can help others believe in themselves more, which in turn is going to help them believe in you even more. And when they believe in you even more, when you get this group of people that you respect, that you love, that really believes in you, they're going to challenge you and push you in ways that you didn't think or that you weren't thinking of at that particular time, give you a different perspective. And that's just what's been going on in my life. I've been very fortunate to have some close friends. Y'all know how I feel about my family, between my mom, my dad, Justin, my brother, and then all my close friends that I would consider brothers. I'm pausing because it's not that many. It's not as many as it was before, perhaps, but it's stronger. I'm telling you, it's stronger. And all right, so let me let y'all get into it. Let me bring y'all in on the excitement. We're gonna be opening up a lot of businesses. We're gonna be opening up a lot of businesses, and it's got to a point where it's not just me. It's not just people believing in me, but people believing in the culture that I'm a part of, this OG culture, believing in this lifestyle, this mindset, to the point where people now want to make investments. And I'm trying not to say too much, but I'm letting y'all. All right, so people want to invest in us. People want to invest In me, shoot, I'm not scared to say that. I work hard for people to invest. I'm a salesperson. So my goal, whether it's selling a product, we always talk about it. I'm always selling me. And when I sell me, people are making an investment with me to the point that their life can be better in whatever area that my particular product or me would be impacting them in, would enhance their lives. That's the investment that they're making. So when people want to invest in you, it can come at different levels. And this is where I say the difference between you believing in yourself and other people believing in you, how the latter can take you to another level and widen your perspective on things. Me believing in myself, I have certain goals, okay, I want to be living like this. I want to be making this amount of money. I want to be in this level of fitness. I want to be this, successful in this particular, all these different areas. But when you have somebody else, and what I'm experiencing right now is people coming, and when I say that they want to invest and there's different levels, it's one thing for somebody to want to invest, a couple $100 in you. But it's a whole nother level when people are willing to invest in your development and invest in you developing. All right, investing in my development, that's probably the most important thing that someone can do, because I'm enhancing my skills, I'm enhancing my tools across the board that are going to allow me to just be more successful in every area of my life. And then when I say investing in my developing, they're investing in me to develop something for them that they can see a return on. Those two things, that's why I said I'm feeling like Superman. I can't lose. I can't lose. I can't even see it. I can't see it. I can't picture it. I can't see it. Even if I wanted to, just to cop out how a lot of us do, and start making excuses for why we're gonna fail. It's up. It's up. And I want to take y'all on the journey with us, because there's going to be a lot of lessons to learn along the way. When I say I can't fail, not at all talking about there's not going to be little things, that stumble us, along the way, or that we need to learn from and build on the lessons. And I don't know, you call it a small fail, but the overall, that trajectory is going up. It's going up and consistently going up. And the last video that we did, we actually talked about at the end the importance of, who we surround ourselves with. And we've talked about this a bunch of different times, but it just, life is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. The best game plans are simple. My coaches used to tell us, hey, we want a simple game plan so you guys can not necessarily think less, but allow you to think, I should say, react faster to whatever's thrown our way. We want to play as fast as possible. It doesn't have to be, the most intricate, detailed game plan. No, life is simple. To be successful is simple, but it's extremely hard, but that's relative. Because living bummy is hard to me. So, like I said, it's relative. Life is simple. Life is simple. Winning is simple, I should say. Winning is simple. There's just so many different things that we can do to put ourselves in the right rooms with the right people. And all of it starts with our decision making and what we want out of our lives. And most importantly, what we are willing to sacrifice in order to get what we say we want. What are we willing to work for? And I know I'm going a bunch of different places here, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. There's a lot of stuff floating around my brain right now. And I want to go back to when I said the levels. When you talk about the levels that people are willing to invest in your development and for you to develop something in which they have interest in, sometimes we're thinking way too small. I was having a conversation with one of my guys, and I asked him, I said, he wanted to invest. He's like, yo, I want to invest. Why don't you look at this particular thing? Why don't you start your own? Like, that's the field you're in. Why don't you just start your own? Look for some down here in Miami, and we'll just start our own. Did some research in this particular industry, and I ended up coming back to him and saying, like, I don't think this is it. As much as I would like to just say I have my own, I'm an owner in this particular industry, how much it would sound right, based on my research, based on my experience, I didn't think it was the right investment to make. So I was honest, and I told my boy that, my guy that, my brother that. And his response was, okay, so what are we going to do? And I just kind of sat back, and he's like, listen, I want to invest in you. I want us to do something. I invest in a lot of different things, and I want to invest in you. I want us to do something together. He said, I do this on a day-to-day. I trust you to figure out whatever it is that you want to go into business with, and I want to be an investor. So my response, I was trying to feel him out. I said, hey, give me some parameters here. Like, are you looking for, like a $10,000 investment idea, 50,000, 100,000? Or are you looking for something bigger? Are you looking for a brick and mortar? Are you looking for something in real estate? Are you looking for just something with, high cash flow? Different, are you looking to spend this amount? And he just looked at me and said, like, with a little smile, where I could tell in his mind, he was saying, like, you just don't get it. Like, I'm investing in you. Whatever you decide is going to make a good return, and that you're going to make a good return. That's what I'm willing to invest in. There's no boundaries here. And that's exactly what I just did with y'all. It's exactly what I did with him. I kind of just sat there and just processed it, and it clicked to me. I'm thinking too small. I'm thinking too small. And that is the importance of being around people who think bigger than we do. That's the importance of not only believing in yourself, but developing a brand, developing a reputation to where others believe in you. I was thinking too small. I was thinking too small. And when you think too small, it's like, it's a terrible feeling. It's almost like you're putting a ceiling over your head. It's like being a calf. You know how they do baby calves with, how they, all that veal that y'all love eating? They put the baby calf in a box so it can't move around, so it can't develop muscles, so that way when you eat it, it's tender. It's not muscle. It's not hard. That's what I feel like when I think too small, like I'm stuck in a little box. And it's like when I tell the young kids playing sports, like, never let them box you in. And I was boxing myself in, and we all box ourselves in by not expanding our network, by not having people that are around us that care about us, but are better in certain areas, are more successful in certain areas, have more money, have a better physique, all these different things. You sell yourself short when you're not putting yourself around these type of people. And I probably this last week and a half, I've just spent, or last week I should say, I've just spent specifically just kind of like in my mind where it's just like, hey, what are you willing to, what do you want to do, and what are you willing to sacrifice? I know I'm willing to sacrifice. But the other question was a little bit harder because even somebody like me, who I consider myself somebody who, dreams big, sets big goals, all it took was one conversation for me to realize that it was little baby goals, these little dreams I had in my head. All it took was a conversation with somebody who I respect, who's successful, to tell me and to kind of get me to kind of reflect on myself, to say like, yo, you thinking too small. Like the nerve of you. That's how I took it. And maybe that was just me talking to myself, but it was a very humbling feeling. And y'all know I don't like that word humble, but I felt beneath. And I needed to shift that. Here I am in Miami, seeing, if you've been down to Miami, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You go to Miami and you see just dreams coming to fruition at every turn. Huge dreams that have come to fruition. And I was thinking small, but I didn't even know that I was thinking small. And this particular brother of mine, he introduces me to, I'm very in touch with, his community. He always introduces me to his family, his group, his village. And I met one of his partners, and I said, where do you live down here? He's like, oh, we're building in Miami Beach. And I'm like, damn, building in Miami Beach, like that's rough right now, especially with everything, the prices of everything being so crazy right now. And he probably didn't see me respond, in my facial expression. Maybe he did, but I just kind of kept it tight. But in my head, all I was thinking about was, yo, I'm thinking too small. Like what? Like there's no reason. Like there's nothing else that I need inside of me in order to be doing the same thing, to be doing more. There's nothing else that I need. Sometimes we can feel like we got to get 10 degrees and do this and that and learn everything just to get, no, that's just a waste of time in a lot of situations, because we feel that we're not confident enough to feel like, yo, I could get that right now. I have everything it takes to get that. I have everything it takes to compete, to win that, to get that opportunity, to secure that opportunity, to thrive in that opportunity. And this is this is the importance of who you surround yourself with. And this is the importance of having a strong team, a support system, because when I go back and tell my family about this, there's no hate, there's no envy, there's no jealousy, because it's a we thing. My reputation means a lot to me, in my outside of my family, but most importantly, it's inside my family, because that's the foundation. Those are the people that sacrifice and have always promoted me. and have always put the battery in my back. So therefore, and they know, so when I say my reputation is important, they know that when I'm up, we're all up. Opportunities for everybody. I'm not talking about just buying somebody a nice gift or something like that. That's petty stuff. I'm talking about, yo, we open up these businesses. There's a role for everybody to develop this business, working as a team. That's what I'm talking about. That's always been my goal. So it's just something that we need to consider. Who we're around, not only who we're around, but if we're thinking too small, what are we capable of doing right now? Do we really need to take another year to learn this and that? Do we need to read 10 more books before we actually take that first step? Or can we take that first step while simultaneously reading those books and learning the lessons as we're going, building the plane as we fly, as the OG Kevin Samuels would say, R.I.P. Unc. But those are just the thoughts. And like I said, I'm putting it out there for all of y'all. I'm putting it out there for all of y'all because I want to document this. I want y'all to see what energy can do, to see what all the discipline, hard work, integrity, morals, principles, everything that OG represents can bring out of any individual. And it's just an exciting time. It's an exciting time. Some things have gone left. It's funny, even in the book, they say like you miss out on something, you lose a relationship, you lose an opportunity, you take a L in a particular thing. And they were talking about how the most successful people, they found their greatest success right after those negative things happened. Because with a lot of those negative things occurring comes opportunity if we're able to see it and if we're able to be disciplined enough, have our mind right to take advantage of them. So as we grow, we're always going to lose certain things. But with every loss, we have to understand that there's an opportunity to fill that void and to maybe fill it even bigger, to definitely fill it even bigger. So this is just exciting. This is just exciting. I'm super appreciative of the people that, I'm around. Very successful, very loving, very caring, people that just have my best interest at heart. And they know that the love is mutual. And those are the people that I'm looking forward to. Because have y'all ever just been on a great team where things just clicked? I had it happen twice. Senior year in basketball, high school, and then my senior year in football at William & Mary College. You just understand how successful teams operate, and just you're constantly looking to get that back. And why I'm so excited is because one of the toughest things to do is enjoy it in the moment, right? To appreciate it in the moment, because you're like, we'll have this again. I'll have that again. But now I'm appreciating it before it even happens because I know what's about to happen. I told y'all I can't lose. We can't lose. It's up. I'm being sincere with y'all. And y'all know how I do. Everybody's invited. Everybody can't go. But everybody's invited. Shoot, you may have to get your own boat. But it's going to be an exciting journey, and I hope it can motivate and, more importantly, inspire a lot of others, because that's how we're going to just keep building off of each other's success. So stay on the lookout for all the things that are coming. Like I said, we're opening businesses this year. Like, we're opening businesses this year. There's nothing else that we need in order to get everything we desire. There's nothing else that we need in order to get everything that we desire. And I mean that. So, strength and honor, onward and upward. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all stay in the loop. Make sure that y'all like all these videos. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Y'all have a great day. All right, I'll leave y'all with that. Ew.